right, hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about the full moon happening on April 6, 2023 at 4:34 Universal Time. So let's jump in to the full screen of the chart and then we're going to back out and talk about it. All right. The full moon is happening at 16 degrees 7 seconds. The sun is in Aries, the moon is in Libra, and this is the first full moon of the astrological year. So several things I want to talk about, including Chiron here at 15 degrees 52 minutes, and Uranus here 17 degrees and 3 minutes in Taurus, and then Pluto, which just got into Aquarius at 0 degrees. We're going to really focus in on these things. So you have the opposition, the moon, sun, and Chiron. You have a inconjunct from the moon and Uranus. We have a semi-sextile between Uranus, the sun, and Chiron. So let's back out of this and talk about it. The sun and the moon at 16 degrees are basically in their middle placement. The sun in Aries is the everyday life, thinking about yourself. How do you meet your basic needs? And the moon on the other side in Libra is internalizing your vast relationships and trying to make sure that everything is as even as possible. So Libra is the sign of the scales. They like to make sure that everything is balanced. It's in a very balanced 16 degrees. So internalizing, how do we make sure that we balance everything that we have in our lives and processing that internally? We're really focusing on work-life balance these past couple of months. The thing that I want to bring into this is Chiron at 15 degrees, which is conjunct the sun. So Chiron in Aries Chiron is the wounded healer of the zodiac. And you can look into the myth if you want. I'm not going to go too deep into it at this moment. Chiron in Aries is how do you heal the wounded ego in other people, because you struggle to heal that within yourself. That next to the sun, so this is a daily life thing, trying not to be selfish and trying not to blow up at the drop of a hat is going to be a challenge, because Aries does not think way ahead. They think very in the moment. It's a very infantile thinking process. So with Chiron opposition to the moon, it is going to be a little distasteful for other people when you just kind of jump off. So try to lean towards the moon and that calmness. Don't be very judgmental during this time, because it's liable to backfire more than you care for. With the sun semi-sextile Uranus, so that is a learning teaching thing. Uranus has to be teaching the sun and Chiron in this moment. What is Uranus trying to teach? Well, Uranus in Taurus is the craziness Uranus happening in the home Taurus. So there's a lot of stuff going on at home, potentially foundation problems. And what that teaches the sun and Chiron is there's always something going on, so be mindful and be prepared. You're going to have to think a few more steps ahead than you normally would here lately on a daily basis. Now, Uranus in conjunct the moon is a sticky situation. So the moon is internalizing all of the relationships, trying to keep everything balanced, and Uranus in the home is just like, we're going to throw this up and all around. So that's a very conflicting, irritating aspect. And my best advice is when things fly off the handle and get kind of out of control, not to take it personally, and not to internalize it, but just kind of do the best you can with what you have without blowing back up, because a blow up is fighting fire with fire. Here is not the way to do this. The moon doesn't particularly like being in Libra. The moon is more at home in Cancer. The moon is water based, so it's an emotionally, mentally taxing thing to go through that back and forth of trying to keep things emotionally balanced, relationally balanced, mentally balanced, that you're already having to deal with. So when things just start happening, you've got to take a deep breath during this time. So something else that we needed to talk about, I don't have very long, is Pluto at 0 degrees. So I will link below the Through the Degrees video that I have. But Pluto at 0 degrees, let's start with what basic Pluto is. Sex, death, reincarnation, transformation. Aquarius, that is Uranus's home placement. Pluto is not going to be comfortable here in Aquarius. That is going to be, Aquarius is about social justice. It's about the broader universal picture. This is where you're going to see a lot more riots, a lot more protests. With Pluto, it's specifically transforming the larger picture. It is the deepest type of transformation in our social realm. So you're going to see either more social programs come out of this, but at 0 degrees, it's going to be a rocky start. So do not be surprised at this full moon if there is a calls for massive rioting, the truckers getting back together and doing another convoy. Some sort of big thing socially is going to be happening across the world to try and help to better our social situations, because Aquarius is about friendships. Aquarius brings people together. So with that in the Pluto at 0 degrees, it's liable to be catastrophic. So if you hear of riots and protests, I'm going to urge you not to go, because it is liable to turn violent and turn ugly and turn into something that you don't want to be around for. Thank you so much for watching and joining me for 10 minutes of astrology. If you would like to learn more, or if you're interested in a reading with me, you can absolutely contact me directly. I will usually respond same day. Readings are as inexpensive as $30 and can range. I do personalized horoscopes, birth charts of many kinds. I study historical astrology, and so much more. I do palm readings and tarot readings, so if you're interested, definitely contact me. I absolutely appreciate everyone's support, and I will ignore haters. So for those of you who like to down talk me, I thrive on your hate and will return love. So hopefully you have open hearts and open minds and can join me in peace and prosperity and genuine communication without the harmful discord. However, if you do bring me negativity, I will turn it into positivity, because that's just what I do. Again, thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day, fam.